Question: what could be more confusing than not correct information from a comment? I'm going to clarify one with Steve Young, who happens to be here. Yay! Back in a minute. Hey, Steve.
Hey,
How you,
Jan.
how you doing?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. How about you?
Thanks so much. I'm good. Always a pleasure to have you here. Thanks so much for
Mm-hmm.
being here this Wednesday
Mm-hmm.
evening. I really appreciate you always. And we have our Wednesday chats, and every once in a while we'll get together on Wednesday nights or Wednesday afternoons, but it'll be on Wednesdays. Steve, recently both of us recognized that we really like a product. And this product happens to contain canola oil. But first of all, let's get into the product. Steve, what was the product that both of us who didn't even know that we both liked it, we just happened to talk about? And I mentioned it on a recent show the other day. What was that product,
Well,
Steve?
I've been using the product probably since the early middle 2000s when I started changing my diet, lost weight. I got away from margarine. I mean, I would use butter, yes, but I got away from margarine. I found out some things about it that are not that great. But then I decided to turn to Land O'Lakes spreadable butter with the canola. And I've been using it ever since. As a matter of fact, when I watched the video that you put up on Sunday about that, I said, "Wait a minute." I said, "I just bought this. I went to BJ's Wholesale Club and it was, $6.49 with $1.50 coupon. So I got it for what, $4.99 for two
Oh,
tubs. So I
what
got
a
30
deal.
ounces. Yeah, I mean, I do like using a butter called Kerrygold. Don't get me wrong, it's a good product. But if I had to pick next in line, I would probably choose Land O'Lakes or even a step across. I would consider that because Land O'Lakes is usually known for making good quality stuff. I mean, it's been around, a pretty good amount of years. I mean, we know of it. I'm sure a lot of our subscribers, if all of the subscribers know about it. So
Yes.
it's been around for a long time. I
Well,
just know when I just know that when I use canola oil, even when I fry with it, it has a much cleaner texture. You taste the food. You don't have an aftertaste like you do with vegetable oil.
you are so 100% about that. What happened to me, I've
Yeah.
been using like Land O'Lakes whipped butter or maybe butter sticks on and off, but I never tried the one that says with canola oil. And what I love about it is the spreadability. It literally, Steve, I'm not even kidding you. When I tried it about a week and a half back, it literally blew me away. So I
Hmm.
said, there are a couple of products that I have to display for the folks that blew me away. One of them I purchased quite by accident, and it's called garlic parsley. All that's
Oh,
in it
okay.
is garlic, pure garlic powder, and the dried parsley. No salt.
I have to tell you about the garlic and parsley, and I do like both of those, and I like the fact that Badia makes, and I'm familiar with the name, very familiar, that they make that blend together because when I eat pasta, and everybody says, "Oh, you got to have spaghetti sauce when you eat pasta." No, you don't. I can do butter. Have done it with the canola oil butter. I've done it with Kerrygold, but I also like to use my extra virgin Pompeian Robust and put over the top of the oil the garlic and parsley. I do it separately, but now that I know you can get it together, and then sprinkle some Parmesan or whatever blend cheese I want to put on it, and that's it. But everybody thinks, oh, you got to have spaghetti sauce to eat pasta. No, you don't. No, you
No,
don't.
no, no, no. Think of pasta alia olia that a lot of people love, like for example. And so let's get back to speaking of oleo oil. Um, Someone commented, and I make no bones about it, that person was 100% wrong, inaccurate. Person said in the comment that canola oil is bad. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's
No.
not. And I knew that in the first place. But that's not why I included that item. I just happen to love the taste. I'm not here to be anybody's doctor or advisor. However, upon my research, because I like to research, right, Steve? All right. But I just happen to like the product. I'm going to read the facts. Steve, did you want to say something before I begin reading?
One little quick thing. If I'm 80, 90% certain about something I may want to talk about, if I'm a little bit off, if there's something that's missing, even one little click off, I will go and research and make sure I've got everything right, because I don't want to come on and say, oh, well, I just looked up and you just told me a lie. So I save myself that trouble if I don't know everything about it. That way, when I relay my information over, it's accurate. So,
Exactly.
yeah, it's good to research.
And you're very thorough with that, and I am too. But before I even begin reading, when I created that broadcast, it wasn't about, oh, I'm a doctor, I'm giving advice. I can't stand that. All I did was express what I enjoyed. And as a free breathing, living human being, I have the right to like something or not like something.
Yes, you
I
do.
happen to like it and I expressed it.
It's a
Now,
good no. It's a good product. I wouldn't. I wouldn't just no. If I've been using it since the early middle 2000s, and I'm talking about it with you, that pretty much lets you know that the product is good.
exactly.
And I don't buy just anything. So
Oh, no,
you
no, no.
know,
You're very fuss budget about certain products. I've known you long enough to know you are the real deal. You are very fuss budget about some stuff.
I
But
try to be.
let's
Yes.
get a little educated. Not you, Steve, because I know you know this already. But let's get a
Yeah.
little educated. And I guess because I am a former teacher, I love to educate. All right. What is canola oil? Canola oil is made from crushed canola seeds. Whee! One of the best oils for heart health. I don't think that's so bad.
No.
Canola oil has less saturated fat than any oil commonly used in the US. Cutting down on saturated fats helps cut your cholesterol levels. This is not Janet saying it. This is coming from information I
Information.
researched. Canola oil
Yeah.
benefits, and I'm not making any claims, and I'm not endorsing this article in any way, but I'm just trying to demonstrate something. Canola oil benefits. Canola oil is also very high in healthier unsaturated fats. It's higher in the omega 3 fatty acids, blah, 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 than any other oil except for flaxseed oil. ALA is particularly important to have in your diet because your body cannot make it. It goes on. Studies show that it may help protect the heart through its effects on blood pressure, cholesterol, and inflammation. The
Mm.
FDA allows the FDA, not Janet, the FDA allows canola oil makers to label their products with a qualified health claim that there's, quote, limited and not conclusive scientific evidence that switching out saturated fat for the same amount of canola oil may reduce risk of heart disease. Can I tell you something? With all that good stuff that I just read, I'm just going to maintain what I did in that original video. I really love how it tastes. And that's the level
Yeah.
I'm keeping it at. So I have the
Yeah.
right
It's
to
good.
like how it tastes and fooey on anything else.
It's good. Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. It's good on toast with a little. I'm not. I'll use jelly. I'm not a fan of it because I don't like looking at jiggly water. But I either prefer I prefer either jam or preserves or a marmalade. I like something with a little
Me
something
too.
in my mix. But in worst case scenario, yeah, I'll use jelly. But if you give me a choice, I'd rather have the other ones. But um, no, it's good on toast. It's good. It's definitely good on that. Matter of fact, you just kind of pave the way of uh, what I may have for dinner later. I may just do the canola oil butter pasta thing.
Yum.
I don't know yet, but it's setting the scene because. But no, people cannot go and make assumptions. You never want to assume. We're not going to get into it, but if you think about the word assume, If you're familiar with The Odd Couple, you'll know where I'm going with this, and we'll leave it
I know
right
where you
there.
go with it.
No,
I think a
because it's that
donkey is involved in the first three letters, right? A donkey.
right, right, and then you and me, and so you that pretty much clarifies. But you
Right.
can't go around assuming or making an assumption about something when you really don't really know what it's all about. You
No.
because if that person could hear something around the way and it be as fake as the person who told them.
Right.
So,
I
you know,
think today that people are so afraid. Oh, I can't say left. I can't say middle. I can't say right. I can't say up. I can't say down. That is a sad day. I grew up in a different time. I'm not getting into it.
me
Let's
too.
just say I grew up in a different time. Let's just
Yeah.
say that I personally miss it. I
Oh,
personally
yeah.
miss it. And I know I have others in agreement with me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even though I'm the following generation after you, the Gen X, and you're the baby boomer, even when I look back at my childhood, my preteen, my teenage years, even when I turned 18, even early 20s, yeah, I see quite a bit of difference in the way things were versus how they are now. Now, back in your time, in the 1970s, even the 60s, but in the 70s, I was a small child, but I still remember little gray areas, bits and pieces of that time. But you're absolutely right. It was a way different time and period. Oh, I need to bring this up. It has nothing to do with butter, but when I was a kid, and this is before FDA and this is not good for you, this is bad for you, and all that. One of the butters that are not butters, but one of the things I grew up on as a kid was parquet margarine.
Yes.
I mean, that's been around ever since, you know, creation pretty much. But
I remember it.
that, I mean, I even remember the commercial parquet. I remember the commercial. But that's what I grew up on. But then as I got older, changed my diet, got away. There's nothing wrong with margarine, like you say, if you use it like to bake with or something in the melting point. Yeah, but I don't think I would really want to go much further with it than that. But I did discover this canola oil, Land O'Lakes, probably somewhere around 2003 or 4, maybe even '05. But I've been no, I buy the product. I've been buying it ever since.
You don't taste
And
oil if that's your fear. Anyone
you
who's
don't.
considering trying to do zero taste of oil, all you taste is butter. What you get is the texture, the smoothness of a
Yeah.
spread, and which
Yes, you
is
do.
really good. It's like the best of both. I just fell in love with it. Steve, I
Yeah.
don't know if you know this. I was watching the news the other day, and they were talking about how recently the price of butter, because of situations going on, has really ridiculously increased. Now, I have a show coming out on November 1 that I encourage anyone to view it or listen to it. And it's the parade of prices for November. And I could give you a sneak preview that butter is definitely one of the better items to look for during the month of November. If you're going to stock up on butter, that's the time, because in general, butter has gone up quite a bit.
Yeah, like I said, I got a really good deal on that two 15-ounce tubs at BJ's, and when I saw that, $6.99 minus $1.50 coupon, I said, yeah, okay, $4.99 for two tubs. I said I'm not gonna match that in the store. I already knew. And people say, oh, but you're wasting your money going to a wholesale club. No, you're not. You have to be in the know, have an idea of prices. That helps.
Big time.
Are Does that mean you're going to save every time you go to a wholesale club? No, but you definitely have to be in the know of some cost. You really got to be, you can't just be dumbfounded, walk around. No, you can't. No, you can't. You have to know your prices. You have to know, whether you're going to get a good deal or a bad deal. You really do.
I'm
So,
sorry, Steve. I'm just getting this vision of like somebody walking around with their, their shopping cart going duh to all of the stuff. And you're right, because when if the person that's saying duh to everything and mindlessly throws his stuff in the wagon, and then they're at the checkout, and then they're scratching their head going, I didn't know it cost that much.
well, you got to look at the price. You got to look at per ounce. You may not always want, okay, this is just one I'm going to pull out of a hat. Let's say you've got three different types of mustard. I do like my mustard. Some do, some don't. You got store brand mustard, you've got French's, and you've got Heinz mustard. You got all three. Look and see next to the price, you got a like price per ounce. Read it. And the one that's got the lower amount is the better deal. Now, I've used store brand mustard over, say, French's or Heinz, and I'm just as happy.
Right.
And one of the mustards that I'm big on, their quality, like I've got some in the refrigerator. I've got Publix mustard. Now, Publix brand anything, I would rate right up there with any of the other stuff, that because they're loyal to their items. They stand by everything. If you could take it home, try it a couple of times, open it, use it. If you don't like it, you can take it back and they'll give you your money back. So they are good about satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like their products, they'll gladly give you your money back. I mean, that's not a problem. That's one of the reasons why, don't get me wrong, I do like Walmart store brand stuff, but Publix is a little bit above and beyond when it comes to, but
That's
yeah.
great. Steve, I want
Yeah.
to thank you. Do you have anything else to add?
No, not really. I mean, this was a really good topic. I said, hopefully we've give some people some insight about it. If they've never tried it, try it. You won't regret it. It's a good
No, no,
product.
no regrets. For us, I even literally said in my video, I give it 2,000 thumbs up. So that's a pretty high rating
I'll
for me.
go. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I'll give it the 2,000 thumbs ups as well. Yeah.
You're rarely going to hear me say that, or Steve. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to mention, by the way, for those who have been here and never heard of the Steve Young 74 channel, I encourage you to go visit his channel every single Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. Steve has his Recipe Tuesday show, of which I personally look forward to every single week. And then he has another show coming on later in the week, usually on Thursdays. It could change, but usually Thursdays. And Saturday afternoons at 1:30. Many times I go to his channel for a chat. So it's
Right.
like we visit each other's channel and we offer each
Yes.
other insight. Thank everybody for being here. You know what I say, Steve? I believe that more people need to do what this lady does. Take care, everybody. Thanks again, Steve.
You're welcome. Bye, everybody.